welcome to another class. And today we're going to be looking at listening and speaking. And the listening and speaking, we'll be listening to a passage. A passage will be read and you will listen and you will answer the following questions on the board. And now let's look at the questions first. We have 5 questions on the board. Question number 1, we have, who was the primary 4 teacher? Question number 2, why was Ade brash and arrogant? Question number 3, which word could Ade not spell? Question number 4, who benefited the most from the class plan? And the last question, who was Mr. Hassan's favorite pupil? Now these questions will prepare your mind again for the comprehension you're going to be listening to. That the comprehension is about a classroom, a primary 4 to be precise, the pupils and their teacher. Now the first reading. It was clear to all the pupils in primary 4 that Ade was a favorite pupil of Mr. Hassan, their class teacher. He was the teacher's favorite because he was exceptionally brilliant. He did well in all the subjects and was the best in spelling. Mr. Hassan was very fond of him, and Ade was brash and arrogant to his classmates because of this. His arrogance made his classmates conspire against him. It happened on the Thursday afternoon after recess. Mr. Hassan usually conducted a spelling competition every Thursday. The aim was to prepare the pupils for the upcoming inter-school spelling bee competition. That Thursday, as usual, Mr. Hassan started the game by picking a pupil, Dura, and asking her to spell the word separation. She spelled it correctly and chose another pupil, Gambo, whom she asked to spell accommodate. Gambo spelled the word and asked Dura to spell another word. Words flew back and forth before Gambo and Dura until Gambo missed a word and had to choose another pupil to compete with Dura. The pupils learned many new words such as distraught, scholarship, marshmallows, carnivore, livid, and juvenile, amongst others. The competition continued until almost every pupil had been defeated by Ade. The class had earlier conspired that Okun would be the last person to compete with Ade. Many of them had intentionally missed the word Ade gave them so they could witness Okun humiliating Ade as planned. Okun was not one of the brilliant pupils in the class, but some of the best pupils had tutored him. He had also spent time practicing new and challenging words on his own. After a couple of words were thrown back and forth between them, Okun faltered a little when Ade asked him to spell pandemonium. The class was so quiet at this point. Okun eventually spelled the word correctly, causing a loud cheer from his classmates, and asked Ade to spell atmosphere. For the first time since the competition started, Ade missed a word. He spelled the word without the last E. Okun was pronounced the winner by Mr. Hassan, causing joyful screams from the whole class. Ade sulked throughout the rest of the school day because Mr. Hassan praised Okun and added his name to the class champions Hall of Fame corner. When the pupils saw how excited Mr. Hassan was at the triumph of Okun, they concluded that he really had no favorite. It seemed the teacher's favorite was not a particular pupil, but the one who showed signs of excellence. And from that day, they all decided to try their best. That's the first reading. And now the second and the last reading. It was clear to all the pupils in primary 4 that Ade was the favorite pupil of Mr. Hassan, their class teacher. He was the teacher's favorite because he was exceptionally brilliant. He did well in all the subjects and was the best in spelling. Mr. Hassan was very fond of him, and Ade was brash and arrogant to his classmates because of this. His arrogance made his classmates conspire against him. It happened on a Thursday afternoon, after recess. Mr. Hassan usually conducted a spelling competition every Thursday. The aim was to prepare the pupils for the upcoming inter-school spelling bee competition. That Thursday, as usual, Mr. Hassan started the game by picking a pupil, Dura, and asking her to spell the word separation. She spelled it correctly and chose another pupil, Gambo, whom she asked to spell accommodate. Gambo spelled the word and asked Dura to spell another word. Words flew back and forth between Gambo and Dura until Gambo mixed a word and had to choose another pupil to compete with Dura. The pupils learned many new words such as distro, scholarship, marshmallows, carnivore, livid, and juvenile, amongst others. The competition continued until almost every pupil had been defeated by Ade. The class had earlier conspired that Okon would be the last person to compete with Ade. Many of them had intentionally missed the word Ade gave them so they could witness Okon humiliating Ade as planned. Okon was not one of the brilliant pupils in class, but some of the best pupils had tutored him. He had also spent time practicing new and challenging words on his own. After a couple of words were thrown back and forth between them, Okon faltered a little when Ade asked him to spell pandemonium. The class was so quiet at this point. Okon eventually spelled the word correctly, causing a loud cheer from the classmates, and asked Ade to spell atmosphere. For the first time since the competition started, Ade missed a word. He spelled the word without the last E. Okon was pronounced the winner by Mr. Hassan, causing joyful screams from the whole class. Ade sulked throughout the rest of the school because Mr. Hassan praised Okon and added his name to the class champions Hall of Fame corner. When the pupils saw how excited Mr. Hassan was at the triumph of Okon, they concluded that he really had no favorite. It seems the teacher's favorite was not a particular pupil, but the one who showed signs of excellence. And as from that day, they all decided to try their best. And that is that about the passage. Now you have to answer the question. The first question, who was the primary 4 teacher? Why was Ade brash and arrogant? Which word could Ade not spell? Who benefited the most from the class plan? And who was Mr. Hassan's favorite pupil? Now on the other side we have new words. You will learn new words. There are words and their meaning. These words are from the passage. So these are some words from the passage. The words and their meaning. The first one we have exceptional. Exceptional. It means a person or thing being usually good or outstanding. Someone who is usually good and outstanding. The second one we have distraction. Distraction. A thing that takes your attention away from what you are doing or thinking. The third one we have marshmallow. A pink or white sweet candy that feels soft and elastic when you chew it. Okay? A marshmallow is a candy. And the last one we have falter. To speak in a way that shows that you are not confident. So, we'll continue in our next class. Thank you and best of luck.